Guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another one. I'm Pokey Finance Guy. My name is Nick. I'm an accountant by day and booster bundle shiller by evening, I guess, on this one. Who knows? Okay. All right, so let's get into this. So first thing we're gonna talk about is bulk business. One thing I wanna show you guys this week is how I package my orders. So generally speaking, the way I do it is I'll print out my order form, and then from there, I'm gonna fill the order. So I'm gonna start looking for all the cards, picking up all the bulk. So let's say this is an order right here, right? Generally speaking, what I'll do is I will put all the commons, uncommons. I'll put about 4 to 5 commons, uncommons into one sleeve. And then the hollow rares, reverse hollow rares, they get their own sleeves. And then so on and so forth. You know, the EXs, Vs, they get their own sleeves as well. So next what I do is once I have the order, I take the most expensive card and I put it into this top loader right here. This kind of acts like you see, you know, it's thick, you know, it's strong. So then I put it in the team bag, and that's the first card I put in the team bag. Put it in the team bag, and then I put the rest of the cards in. And once that's done, I'll, you know, remove this piece right here and have the adhesive go down to here. From this point forward, I will go and I will attach this to the order form, put it onto the envelope, weigh out the envelope, and put on the appropriate stamps that are needed to go out. Typically speaking, when I use these team bags, you can get about 18 to 20 cards into one team bag. If you go around that range, if you go above 20, I feel like most of the time you play that dangerous game of the letter being a little too thick to go through the machine, and you'll get flagged for that and it'll get sent back to you. When I have an order that's about 30 cards, I'll do 2 different team bags, 15 cards each, or, you know, 28, I'll do 14 each, something along that line. So long as you understand that as you do it, the best amount of cards you could probably put in here is about 18 max, maybe 20 if you want to try it. Anything more than that, you're gonna need another team bag. Now you could also say 16, go at your own pace and be comfortable with it. I have it around 18 right now, so I just generally try to keep it around that 18 to 20 range max. That's about it for the bulk business. Still getting orders, still processing, going through bulk, yada yada. Trying to find new things to talk about with you guys every single week that I find interesting and intriguing about bulk. And this was another piece that I figured I'd let you guys know about. So with that in mind, let's talk about market time. And like I said, I'm a booster bundle shiller this week. We're gonna talk about the curious case of the booster bundles. So booster bundles are a recent new edition product that came out not too long ago. They've been doing pretty well. They keep going up, and for good reason too. The booster bundles are smaller products, so they're easier to store, easier to hold, easier to ship when you compare them to ETBs, collection boxes. They are just so much easier to hold and to store, and it's just 6 booster packs in it. There's no extra dice, or it doesn't have all these deck dividers and a stack of, you know, energy bricks that you can throw at your friend and concuss them with. It's just 6 booster packs, no fluff. It's also a 1/6 the size of a booster box, so it's like a mini booster box. In the UK, they have half booster boxes. Here we have just the booster bundles. UK also has the booster bundles, but that's the closest we're gonna get to, I guess, having a half booster box, unless the US brings that over here too, but I don't know. I haven't heard any word on that. Now, because it's a 1/6 of the size of a booster box, that also means it's a 1/6 of the price, which means it's at a lower entry point. MSRP on these is $27 or $26.94. If you can get these on drops, if you can get them on drops, so your Walmarts, Targets, online or in store, or even on PC, Pokemon Center when they drop them. If you can get them on drops at MSRP, great pickups to hold, or even if you get the itch to rip, depending on the set. Outside that, you have to go to the secondary market. And the secondary market is what shows the strength of the booster bundles. And this is just going based off of and seeing how crazy they are. People love the booster bundles because, again, there's no extra fluff in them. It's just the 6 packs and that's it. They're easy to store. For the booster bundles, the sets that don't have booster boxes, in my opinion, they are top option items to grab. So your specialty sets, they're top options. They're probably second in my book. You know, you have the PC ETB, then you have the booster bundles, then the ETBs themselves. Some people will switch that, that's fine. I'm cool, I can understand the argument of the ETBs being second. For regular sets, Still a top option to me, a top 3 option. Booster box, PC ETB, booster bundles. Again, people will want those ETBs, but I say the booster bundles are easier for the reasons I stated before. When you look at the trajectory, just looking at the sets with booster bundles that have been around, you look at them and you're very intrigued. Well, what do you mean, Nick? Well, again, MSRP is $27, right? And these things are fairly new. They started rolling out, around Lost Origin time. So, Lost Origin was in 2022, late 2022, and they've been out since. So you look at the numbers, right? And I'm going to go based on the sets that just went out of rotation. So we're talking your SV base, your Paldea Evolves, your Obsidian Flames, your 151, your Paradox Rift, your Paldean Fates. You'd be shocked. You'd be shocked. SV base, $87. Paldea Evolved, $110. Oh, okay. 151, $223. Obsidian Flames, $100. Paradox Rift, $73. Paldean Fates, $156. So you're telling me MSRP for booster bundles for 151, and they were around at that price, you could get them at $27? And if you held for the past 2 years, it's at $223. That's basically 10x your money. That's right. You see the strength of these products. And while they are new, there's not as much data behind them, it's seen by the sheer volume of people getting them. And anyone picks them up. Collectors pick them up for the display. Rippers pick them up because they're easy. They're just 6 packs, rip them and you're done. It's a smaller sampler size. You don't have to open up your booster box that has 36. You can open up this smaller one and 6 packs done. Rip and shippers. Rip and shippers will grab those too. Because again, 6 packs, that's it. You don't have to break down an ETB or a collection box and deal with all the plastic and everything that's on there. Just rip open the booster bundle, done. Stores will open them up too for loose packs if people want loose packs. These products are definitely great grabs to have. And again, if you can get them at MSRP, even better. And then you start to say, okay, the out of rotation, where we're thinking, okay, 151 obviously for this past rotation, that's the champion. And your contenders are Paldean and Paldea. Makes sense. And so then you go forward a year. Well, what are the sets that are currently going to be out of rotation by next April? Twilight Masquerade, booster bundles. Never know. Never know. Those are at, $80 right now. Temporal, Temporal's all right. Then you have Shrouded. Shrouded's all right. Stellar's okay. Surging Sparks, booster bundles last week. We talked about them. They're pretty solid pickups. Finally, Prismatic. Those are the next sets. So you look at your champion, it's gonna be Prismatic. Then you look at your contenders, probably Twilight and Surging. Even the average ones do well. Talking about SV base at $87, that's not the best set that was out of the rotation, or Obsidian at 100, Obsidian 4X'd. You can pick these up and they will do well long term. So now that we talked about the ones that are going out next year, the year after that, 2028, is stacked. Huh? Okay. So let's just start it off. Journey Together, decent. Destined Rivals, probably is going to be the top main set of Scarlet Violet. Black Bolt, White Flare, Mega, Phantasmal, and Ascended Heroes. So the champion, in my opinion, is going to be Ascended Heroes. That's the top spot. That's your champion. The contenders, I feel, will be Destined Rivals, Phantasmal Flames, Black Bolt. I think Black Bolt and Phantasmal are going to tie. I think they're fighting each other right now. They're both around, I think, $70 a booster bundle. So you have that playing into it. Destined is a little ahead. Destined got a couple more booster bundles that just came out, so it went down a little bit, but it's still high. And then even the average ones, the ones that aren't the greatest. Mega Evo is a great set. Great set. White Flare is a great set. Journey Together is a good set. You have those 3 rounding out this block? What? Huh? So getting any of those for booster bundles are gonna be great grabs. And seeing Ascended Heroes, right now it's at $90. And you know that it can get to $250 very easily like 151 is. Again, that's a great grab. Now there will be more time to get all the blocks of the block I just mentioned with Ascended, Black Bolt, Destined. There's gonna be more time. They don't go out of print until 2028. So you're gonna have more opportunities to get them at MSRP. Now the sets that are going out next year, probably less of an opportunity. Pokemon's probably gonna start straying away. I doubt we see more Twilight. I doubt we see any Temporal or Shrouded Fable or Stellar. Maybe we see some more Surging, but Surging's still at a good low price right now. We'll probably see more Prismatic if I'm being honest. Those bundles are very easy to pack and it's just 6 packs, throw them in, seal them up, done, send them out. We'll probably see more of those, but I doubt we see a lot more of the other ones. But 2028 will be printed more, so you'll have more opportunities. So maybe those aren't the ones you want to grab right now at the gate. But it's sizing up to be a great block. Now the block after that, the one that's going on in 2029, that's the one that started with Perfect Order. And now we have Chaos Rising coming up. Again, I feel it's gonna be a good set, not a great set, a good set. It'll be a good set. And then you have Pitch Black, but then you have the 30th Rayquaza. So you do have some of your stinkers coming into this block like we normally see, but you'll have your contenders and your champions. And if anything has been seen with these specialty sets, the January set that'll round out this block for rotation will probably be a really good set come, 2029 time when it goes out of rotation. The booster bundles are so cool because again, they're so small, a sixth of the price on the entry point. And if you can get them at that price point, they're great to hold. And on the secondary market, you can find ones that, yes, they did 2x or 2.5x, but you probably won't get many more coming out. And so if you have the opportunity, if you have the cost where it's $50 for a booster bundle and it's not gonna come back out anymore, and you feel strong that, hey, this thing will probably double probably by next year or sooner, sure, grab it, why not, right? Grab it, go ahead, have fun. The booster bundles are definitely a newer product, but I also feel that they're gonna be a very staple product. I think it's something that has helped people to say, well, you know what? I don't have to rip my booster box. I can rip one of these booster bundles and still get the fun. But people still prefer to rip the booster boxes. It's a preference piece. In any event, that's that. If you guys are still here, hit the like, comment below what you think, and subscribe. I put out about 3 videos a week-ish. Appreciate you guys always sitting here listening to me rant. And with that being said, I'm out.